one way we can start to think differently is very simple. Stop thinking about yourself in terms of labor and start thinking in terms of value. Labor really defaults back to time. How many hours did I work? Did I complete the deliverable? Did I complete the task? How much effort was actually expended? Okay, nothing wrong with that, but that's limiting your ability to think beyond what your charge out rate could be, limiting to thinking about what are the value adds that you can provide, limiting to how do you make the people that actually engaged you look good, right? Which is all very important. Again, coming back to the value thinking, it really looks around outcomes. The outcome from a deliverable might be it's going to save the organization some money. If you start to understand what a deliverable means in terms of the organizational outcomes, you will start to speak their language around mission, vision, and of course, some of the strategies to get there. That is a very simple thing to do, but many people don't think about it that way. They think, I'm here to do the deliverable, that's what I'm going to do. But if you understand why the deliverable is necessary, all of a sudden, your insights, the alignment, the connections, the value adds that you can bring to the table starts to grow exponentially. The other thing is when we start thinking about outcomes, we start to think about organizational impacts. So the outcome might be, the saving is X%. Great. But the impact of that might be we can invest in supply chain. We can do this. We might have a new product. We could consider doing something differently. When you start to see the world through value, the system of an organization versus just being that around labor, you will start to not just think differently to being an employee. And I'm not being derogatory on employees, by the way. A lot of great employees do think like this, but they choose to stay in that environment. But the moment that you start to connect the task to deliverable, deliverable to outcome, outcome to impact, and impact to organizational value, your worth becomes so much more, but also you start to then navigate into the world of consulting because you can actually make judgment calls about how to get there. And that's the true essence of the solo move.